Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English&Inspire.
Yeah, welcome. We're really glad you're here.
We absolutely are. And today we are doing a deep dive into a topic that is honestly a total game changer for language learners.
Oh, for sure. It's something every learner asks about.
Right. So our topic today is 5 books that will improve your English faster. And our mission is simple. We want to help you put down those boring grammar flashcards and use reading as like a language cheat code.
I love that phrase, a language cheat code,
Yeah.
because reading really does feel like a shortcut to fluency.
It totally does. And we have some great sources today. We're looking at a research study by Kumar and Marzello, some famous ideas from linguist Stephen Krashen, and reading lists from ESL teachers like Luke Pretty and LanguageWise.
Yeah, these are some of the best minds in language learning.
Exactly. So let's just jump right into the science. Why should you, as a learner, read a book instead of just, studying verb charts?
Well, there is this fascinating action research study by Kumar and Marzello. And action research just means it was done by real teachers in real classrooms.
Right, not just scientists in a lab somewhere.
Exactly. They took high school students learning English, and they completely replaced their normal grammar lessons with literature, short stories and plays.
And what happened? I mean, did their English actually get better?
It was amazing. The students improved their reading and writing by 24%.
Wow, 24% just from reading stories.
Yeah, but here is the crazy part. Their speaking confidence jumped by 26%.
Wait, their speaking confidence improved from reading. That sounds kind of backward.
It does sound backward, but it perfectly matches what linguist Stephen Krashen calls the input hypothesis.
Okay, the input hypothesis. What is that exactly? Keep it simple for us.
Basically, Krashen says we don't learn language by forcing ourselves to speak or by memorizing rules. We learn it by getting massive amounts of input that we actually understand.
So input just means reading or listening to English.
Right. And he has this idea called I+1. The I is your current English level.
Okay, and the +1.
The +1 is the new stuff. Words or grammar that are just a little bit higher than your level. Not too hard, just one step up.
Oh, I get it. It's like a puzzle. If you have most of the puzzle finished, you can guess where the next piece goes just by looking at the picture.
That is a perfect example. You use the story to guess the meaning of the new word.
It's funny. Traditional grammar drills are kind of like eating plain protein powder.
Oh, gross. Yeah.
Right? Like, technically, it has exactly what you need to build muscle. But it's dry, and you really hate eating it.
And you probably want to quit.
Exactly. But reading a good book is like eating a delicious, well-cooked meal. You get the same protein, the same grammar, but it tastes so much better.
And you digest it naturally. Your brain just learns what sounds right.
Actually, before we look at the 5 books, I want to share a quick motivational story about this.
Oh, yeah, please do.
So I have this friend. Let's call him David. He moved to London for work, and he was B1 level, so intermediate.
Okay, pretty good.
Right. But he was terrified to speak in meetings. He studied grammar books for 2 hours every night, but his mind would just go blank at work.
That is so common. It's the stress of translating in your head.
Exactly. So he completely stopped studying textbooks. He just started reading simple mystery novels on his train ride to work.
Just reading for fun?
Just for fun. And within 3 months, he told me he was speaking in meetings without even thinking about it. The English just came out naturally because he had seen those phrases so many times in his books.
That is incredible, and it proves that reading builds that natural speaking confidence.
It really does.
Yeah.
But, we have to pick the right books. If you pick a book that is too hard, you'll just quit.
Right. You don't want an I+50 book. You need an I+1 book.
So let's talk about our first recommendation. This one is widely suggested by educators like Luke Pretty. It's The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry.
Oh, this is such a beautiful book. It's a French classic, but the English translation is fantastic.
Can you tell us what it's about without any spoilers?
Sure. It's about a pilot whose plane crashes in the desert. And he meets this mysterious young prince who has traveled from a tiny planet in space.
It sounds like a children's book. Why is it so good for English learners?
Because it is deceptively simple, the vocabulary is really gentle, and the sentences are short. But the ideas are actually very deep. It talks about love, friendship, and human nature.
Right, so you get this very natural, descriptive vocabulary. Words like planet, fox, desert, but also emotional words like tame and secret.
Exactly. And a real-life example of how this helps is when you are trying to describe your feelings or talk about life experiences with a friend. This book gives you that soft, emotional vocabulary.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Now, the second book is also a classic and also has simple language. Charlotte's Web by E.B. White.
Yes, Charlotte's Web. It's a story about a little pig named Wilbur who makes friends with a spider named Charlotte.
Okay, I have to ask the obvious question. I am a professional adult learning English for my career. Am I really going to get anything out of a story about a talking pig?
Yes, absolutely. Because again, the vocabulary is simple, but the themes are huge. It's about life, death, sacrifice, and true friendship.
I mean, am I going to cry over a spider?
Oh, you will 100% cry over that spider, I promise you.
Well, okay, I'll get some tissues ready. But the benefit here is that you don't get lost in a complicated plot. You can just focus on the English.
Exactly. And the vocabulary is very practical for daily life. Farm words, yes, but also great verbs and adjectives. Words like radiant or terrific, you can use those every day at the office to describe a good project.
This quarterly report is terrific. I like that. So once we feel comfortable with these simple classics, what is the next step?
The next step is a famous book by Ernest Hemingway, The Old Man and the Sea.
Oh, this is a legendary book. What is the basic story here?
It's very simple. It's about an old Cuban fisherman who has gone 84 days without catching a single fish. So he goes far out into the ocean and hooks a giant marlin. And it's the story of his battle with this huge fish.
It sounds really intense. But why Hemingway for a language learner?
Because Hemingway's famous for writing in a very clear, direct way. He hated big, complicated words. He uses a very transparent structure: subject, verb, object.
Because you never get confused about who's doing what.
Exactly. And because the fisherman is on a boat for days, there is a lot of natural repetition. You learn practical action verbs like pull, hold, wait, and watch.
And a real-life example here is learning how to tell a story in English. If you want to explain a long, difficult task you did at work, Hemingway teaches you how to keep your sentences clear and powerful.
That is a great point. Clear sentences are always better.
Okay, book number 4. We're moving from the ocean to the desert. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
This one has sold over 65 million copies. It's about a young shepherd boy from Spain named Santiago. He dreams of a hidden treasure in Egypt, so he travels across the desert to find it.
It's all about finding your personal legend, right?
Yeah.
Like your life's purpose.
Yes. But wait, I have a question for you, actually. Paulo Coelho is Brazilian, so the book was written in Portuguese.
Right.
Doesn't that hurt your English to read a translated book? Are you learning a natural English?
Oh, that's a great question. Actually, it is a huge advantage for learners.
Really? Why is that?
Because professional translators are masters of clear language. When they translated The Alchemist into English, they made the words very clean and simple, like an old myth. There was no confusing local slang.
So the English is very pure and easy to follow.
Exactly. The vocabulary here is great for talking about goals, dreams, and overcoming problems. Words like journey, treasure, destiny, and courage.
That is perfect for talking about your career or personal goals in real life.
Definitely. Which actually leads us perfectly to our final book, book number 5. And this one is not fiction.
Right. If you really need modern, practical vocabulary for the workplace, you need to read some nonfiction.
And the ultimate recommendation here is Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Oh, I love this book. It's totally changed how I work.
Tell us a bit about it.
It's a self-help book that explains how making tiny 1% changes in your daily routine can lead to massive results over time.
So it's about building good habits and breaking bad ones.
Yeah.
Why is this so good for intermediate learners?
Because the author's main goal is absolute clarity. In novel, the author might use flowery words to create a mood. In a business book, they want you to understand the system quickly.
So you are learning exactly how to explain a process.
Yes. You learn highly useful professional vocabulary, words like system, improvement, strategy, and outcome.
That is the exact language you need for an English job interview or a team meeting?
Completely. If you can talk about your daily habits using this vocabulary, you will sound incredibly professional.
Okay, this is a good time to pause and do a quick vocabulary corner.
Oh, fun. Let's do it.
We've used some great words today. Let's quickly explain 5 useful words in simple English just to make sure everyone is with us.
Sounds good. I'll start. Number 1 is fluency. Fluency is the ability to speak or write a language easily and smoothly without stopping to think too much.
Right, like when you speak naturally. Word number 2 is context. Context means the situation or the other words around a new word that help you understand what it means.
like looking at the whole puzzle, not just one piece.
Exactly.
Number 3 is masterpiece. A masterpiece is a person's greatest piece of work, like a really famous painting or a perfect book. Hemingway's book is a masterpiece.
Awesome. Number 4 is habit. A habit is something you do regularly, almost without thinking about it, like drinking coffee every morning.
Or reading in English every day.
Exactly. And the last word, number 5, is treasure. Treasure is a collection of valuable things like gold or jewels, but it can also mean something very special to you, like Santiago's treasure in The Alchemist.
I love that. Those are 5 great words to write down in your notebook.
Speaking of writing things down, having these 5 amazing books is useless if you don't know how to read them.
So true. Let's share 5 practical reading tips from the experts.
Tip number 1, read little and often. Do not try to read for 2 hours on a Sunday. It's too exhausting.
Right, just 10 minutes a day. Your brain stays fresh and you learn faster.
Tip number 2, don't translate everything.
This is so important. If you stop to use your dictionary for every single word, you will hate the book. Just use the context, like we talked about.
Yeah, only look up a word if you see it 5 times and you really can't understand the story without it. Tip number 3, write down phrases, not just single words.
Oh, like instead of writing down the word forward, write down the whole phrase, moving forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then you can just use that whole phrase in an email without worrying about the grammar. Tip number 4, use audiobooks.
This is my favorite tip from LanguageWise. Listen to the audiobook while you read the paper book.
It's brilliant. It forces your eyes to keep moving forward. You don't have time to stop and translate in your head. Plus, you learn the natural rhythm and pronunciation of English.
It really trains your ear and your eyes at the same time.
And the final tip, tip number 5, follow your personal interest. If you hate science fiction in your own language, do not read it in English.
Seriously, read what you love. If you love romance, read romance. If you love business, read Atomic Habits. You learn faster when you actually care about the topic.
Okay, I think it would be really fun if we did a quick little role play.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, pretend I am an A2 beginner. I'm choosing my first English book, and you are going to help me make a reading plan. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Hi. I want to read my first English book, but I'm really scared it will be too hard. I bought this giant fantasy book, but I think it's too much.
Hi there. That is completely normal. Put the giant fantasy book away for now. Let's start with something shorter and sweeter. Have you heard of The Little Prince?
I think so. Is it about a pilot?
Yes, exactly. The words are simple, but the story is beautiful. I think it's the perfect first book for you.
Okay, I will try it. But how much should I read every day? I don't have a lot of free time.
That's the best part. You only need 10 minutes a day. Try this. Put the book on your nightstand. Every night before you go to sleep, just read one page. Don't worry about the dictionary. Just enjoy the story.
Just one page. I can definitely do that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Happy reading.
And scene. That was great. It really is that simple to get started.
It really is. Small steps make a huge difference.
Let's do a really quick recap of the 5 books we covered today.
Sure. We started with 2 gentle classics for beginners, The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry and Charlotte's Web by E.B. White.
Then we moved up to some stronger intermediate fiction. The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway and The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
And finally, for upper intermediate learners who need real-world professional vocabulary, we recommended Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Now, before we finish, I know you had a really interesting final thought you wanted to share about the future of all this.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this. We just talked a lot about physical books and audiobooks, but technology is moving so fast.
Like with AI, right?
Exactly. What if very soon we don't have to pick a book off a shelf? What if an AI can generate a custom story for you in real time?
Wait, like a story written exactly for my vocabulary level.
Yes. Imagine a story that tracks what words you know and seamlessly introduces perfectly matched new words just as you're ready for them.
So it's always at that perfect I+1 level.
Always. And tailored to your exact personal interests. It would be the ultimate never-ending language cheat code.
Wow. That is an amazing thing to think about. An endless custom-built novel.
Yeah.
But, you know, until that technology is in everyone's hands, the good old-fashioned paperback is still the best tool we have.
Absolutely. Just grab a book, set your timer for 10 minutes, and let the magic happen.
Well, this has been an incredibly fun conversation. Thank you all so much for joining us for this deep dive.
Yes, thank you. We hope you feel inspired to start reading today.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to English and Inspire.
And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a lesson.
Please share this video with your friends who are also learning English. And we want to hear from you. Leave a comment down below answering this question. Which of these 5 books are you excited to read first?
I can't wait to read the comments.
Me too. Until next time, keep learning,
Keep speaking.
keep inspiring. See you in the next episode.